Hey everybody, welcome to my reviews. Today we're checking out a pouch from T3 Gear. This is a T3 double magazine pouch in multicam. The thing I really think this pouch kind of shines on is its construction and how they kind of set it up and its weight. It is a super lightweight, all laser cut construction, and it is really, really nice. So as I said, very lightweight, all laser cut. Whole thing is like roughly 500 denier Cordura. Laser cut. Move these out of the way. I like that the back area here, laser, you've got little laser cut holes here, laser cut holes here. This is all one piece, even the straps here. So there's no doubling up. It's all just helps cut the weight down. And then you've got these two little pieces here that are sewn down with a nice big bar tack. And then you got the laser cut holes to pass the cordage through. I think it's 1/8, if I remember correctly, the cordage size. What I like about that, though, is very simple, very easy. You just pass cordage through a couple overhand knots, and you're good to go. If this cordage starts to wear or get too loose over time, you can just remove it, get some new cordage, a couple overhand knots, pass it through, done, and you're good to go. And that's really cool. It's easy to fix in the field. If one of these gets cut or abrased, you could just put a new one on, and you're ready to rock and roll. As far as running this without the cordage, I don't know if I'd recommend that. So if you look inside here, you can see there's like this leathery material right there. A lot of mag pouches have that. That does help with retention a little bit, but in my opinion, not enough to run it without these, where I would feel like peace of mind to go, okay, yeah, that's going to be cool. I think it's going to hold it really well. I mean, I feel like I could run around with the retention off briefly, and it wouldn't flop out, but I don't know if I would crawl around like that. Face of the pouches you see are completely slicked out. There's no molly. There's no way to run anything on here, but I don't think that's even necessary on a pistol pouch. Sewing, all the stitching is really nice on all sides. And then the retention has helped. There's no, as you know, there's no elastic or anything here. It's just the fabric, but it's helped with the way it's sewn down. You got these like U-shaped points here where the fabric kind of bows in, and it's sewn specifically to help with the retention. And I think that's kind of cool too. Cuts down on the weight. Like I said, it's T3. There's their label right there. T3gear.com is their website. So it's assembled in the USA, not made in the USA. So if I remember correctly, that means a lot of times all the cutting or something is done overseas, and then it's sourced, brought in, and then sewn here. Could be wrong on that. I'm not trying to say that's how T3 does it, but it's usually what that means. It's not a dig or anything. It's just kind of how that works. Overall, though, quality is pretty awesome and pretty boss. I'm going to show you some different airsoft magazines in these pouches here in a moment, and then we'll go from there. The pulls are really cool. I like it how they kind of added this little fold over instead of just making it a simple tab, where you've got this feature here, this little tab over. So when you're grabbing it, you can get a good firm grip on it, especially if you have gloves or if kind of wet or cold, you're not having great dexterity. That is really nice, and I do like that. It would have been, I'm thinking of reversing this one on flopping it so it's this way, so it's always pulled in the opposite direction, because I don't want to have to pull this this direction. I want to be able to pull it outboard, so I might turn that, just a preference thing, but it seems to make more sense to be able to pull the cord outboard away than inboard, and that's just me. We'll see how that works. I may do that later. The back here, I do like how this is all one segment, and it's really easy to molly it down and secure it. It's not difficult. Big tab. This is a little big. Felt like this could be a little smaller. This piece here, it's not a deal breaker by any means, and it's sewn really well. That's not going to come loose or come undone anytime soon. So let's look at it with some magazines. So I've got Glock 17 Airsoft magazine here, Gas Blow Back mag. This, I believe, is a USP compact magazine. I've got a 1911 single stack magazine, and then I've got a USP 45 and a Beretta M9 magazine right here. So as far as retention goes, this is the least candidate. You can do it with the bungee on. You're good to go. I wouldn't mind it. With the bungee off, I would not recommend it. There's a lot of play. It comes right out. That's the issue I had with the Krydex. With the USP45 magazine, it's a big boy. It goes in there really well. It stays very firm. It's not coming out. It's a good mag. It's a good retention. The Beretta, it's a little loose. I recommend you're definitely going to want to run the elastic because, as you can see here, it came right out. The compact, same thing, comes right out. So you're going to want to run the retention. And then the Glock 17, the mags I'm going to be using in here, they retain a little better, but they can shake out. So if you were going to, I don't know, make entry, if you're at an indoor field, I would run around with them like the cordage down. Or if you're about to go internal on a structure and you knew it, it wouldn't be a bad idea to drop these so you had quick access to your magazine. But if you're going to be crawling around or running long distances or whatever, or at a Milsim event where you're going to be doing a long walk, tabbing in, I would definitely keep the tabs up just for that extra bit of retention and just peace of mind so you don't lose your $40 fucking gas blowback magazines. So overall, final thoughts. I think it's a good purchase, man. These things are like $28. They weren't expensive at all. Molly on really nice. They look good. The cordage is good. It's solid. The construction's very solid. I have some reservations about over time how well it may stay as far as keeping the elasticity, I guess, of the design. Like, will this start to wear and lose some of its ability to grip and keep that tightness of the magazines because there's no elastic on here and it's all just by how it's sewn? I don't know if that's going to wear and stretch over time, the fabric. We'll see. Time will tell. I will let you guys know in future, shorts and reviews. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put enough time on this, though, to let you know that in a timely manner, because I don't really get to shoot and run around as much as I'd like. But that's all going to change here in about 5 months. I might be able to really beat the shit out of these pouches in the next 6-7 months, so we'll see. If I had to say right now, get it, it's great, I would say, yeah, I think it's a pretty damn good product, and I think it's pretty cool. My opinion might change over the next year, but as of right now, definitely a good buy. I'll have a link in the description below, down here, to the Amazon link where you can buy these. I'll also link to T3Gear.com's website and show you where you can get these. Overall, like I said, pretty cool. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys got something out of this review and got some of this video. Maybe you saw a T3 Gear product for the first time. Maybe you've seen these online and you were kind of curious, and maybe this review helped you out, and I hope it did. Up here in this corner, YouTube is going to say, hey, this is the most recent video. Check it out. In this corner right here, this is going to be a review of the Krydex magazine pouch debacle. If you were curious, because I referenced it, talked about it during this review. Check that out if you want to see why I end up going with these pouches to replace those. And if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe you want to hit this little button right here, right there. Oh, touch that little guy. If you liked this content, give it a push. You'll probably like everything else I do because it's all basically like this. As always, thank you so much. Get out there, learn hard, and I will hopefully see you guys on the field. Take care.